Hello, wait. Okay. Hello. Hello, this is the My Artifact episode number 2335. Today's date is 8 August 2021. वाजले आता रात्रीचे 9 वाजले. 9:10. So today that I planned yesterday wasn't done. Actually, I planned like uh, whatever I planned yesterday that I have to do today is this doesn't happen that well. And it's literally what is exactly is that today I plan for shoot the remaining part, and then I have to edit. Okay, but the problem is that I shoot it, yeah, actually I shoot, but I cannot edit. Yeah, from this morning it's bit really complicated to work on the Premiere. It was so lag, it was so much lag. I cannot just click on the clip, I just cannot render. Okay, the file needs to open, takes almost like a 15 to 20 minutes. Like, it was really hectic for me, and that is all those things happened because of that key. I have so much thing put, I put so many things on a timeline, like clips, sound effects, um, graphics layer, then color layer. Okay, and so many clips, trust me. It just like each clips has almost like a 1 second or 2 second shot, and it was like almost like 100 or 150 clips. Okay, and that's why it was kind of like a bit really challenging. Why? Because of that key, not only it has a clips, it has a proxy clips too. Okay, so it is bit really challenging for the Premiere to which playback should need to render. Should it need proxy or should it render um, a normal clip? Okay, usually normal clip will be render, but while playback there is some sort of lag between normal clip and proxy clip. Okay, Premiere won't really decide, like after you render a Premiere still showing the proxy clip, they are not showing the original clip. So it is really tough. Okay, and that is because of that, that is also because of that key, the file size of the whole project, it is almost like a 75 GB. Trust me, 75 GB. Okay. And when you have that amount of data on your Premiere, the Premiere will definitely get lag. So that's why they have an option called project manager. So what is exactly project manager in the Premiere? So project manager is kind of like a, what is the things that you are use in the timeline. Okay. So they just put those clips on the timeline, make the another folder, make, and just copy all the footages over there. So this is the part of thing that project manager do, and it's really great too. Because of that, it can save your memory too. Like after I done with the project managing, after I done with the project manager, I just get the total file size almost like a 25 GB out of 75 GB. Trust me, just like the gap difference between the 25 and 75, almost like a 50 GB. So I save almost like a 50 GB data storage. So it's really great. Okay. Most of the time this process has to be done at the end of the project. Like everything is done, file is export, the project is locked, file is uploaded to the YouTube or whatever. Okay, then you need to delete those files. So but you don't want to delete this file, because you know somewhere sometime you can use those clips. So you need to set your file to the project manager, then it can consolidate all the data that you are using that timeline, and copy all those data in another folder. Okay, so which is really good. So with the all those sound effects, video layer, and everything that you are done with those clips are united in the separate folder, and then rest of the things you can delete, and that folder is fixed. You can rename it and save it on the archive. So it's really great. Okay, but the question is that ki, hey, shoot. So the problem is that ki the dog is punna ala. Just okay. So what I'm trying to say, okay, yeah. So did you say this project manager thing has to be done at the end of the project, right? Yeah. So did you complete your project? No. Then why did you do that? That is because of that ki my system won't really handle that amount of data in one single project. What do you mean by that? What I mean by that is that ki there is some sort of uh, dialog box in the Premiere that you can input all the data on the Premiere. Okay, so in my case, I have almost like a 300 to 400 clips. Okay, counting also with the proxies and everything. Okay, so almost like when I open that project, the that software need to check almost like a 300 or 400 clips of clips that you are put on that project. Okay, so it is literally challenging for the Premiere that load that amount of data in very less period of time. Like when you have so much data on your project, so it takes too much time. Trust me, it is definitely takes too much time. Okay, it's depend on your system too. When you have a kind of like a really good system, so it's not that much kind of like a bigger deal. But when you have a system like a 4 GB RAM and um i5 processor, 6th generation, Intel HD graphics, then trust me, it is really difficult to work on that thing. And yeah, I am facing those things from the morning. It's just like what just happened from this morning. Okay, so uh so today I wake up at morning almost like a 7 a.m. and started working almost like a 8 a.m. So from the beginning I have to my plan is that I have to make the project manager make a separate file with the folder with all those clips that are into in the project. The rest of the things should be delete or should be move out. Okay, then I have to work on that project file, add some of the edits, add some of the clips, and everything. So this is the my plan. Okay, but I cannot do that. Why? Because of that I just sit on my desk and try to open the project. It takes almost like a 20 to 30 minutes to open the project, almost like taking too much time to load. It was really hectic. After that you open, the whole timeline is red. It's not yellow, it's not green, it's red. Like it's just like all the previews are gone, all the it's every it's really, yeah, you cannot play it. Okay, you cannot move your cursor. Trust me, when your cursor is stuck on that there, it's stuck. There is only one thing is that you need to hold the power key and force shut down your laptop, and then you can restart your laptop, and then you have to do everything. So it is really hectic. Like most of the morning time is spent on that restarting things. Okay, so it is really difficult to work on that. After I open, after if I am after I open my projects and everything's went really good. Okay, like it took some time, but unfortunately it opened. Then I have to go to the file, then I click to project manager, and after a project manager I need to analyze the file, how much file is taking. And then I click to the analyze, then Premiere stuck. It just the load cannot move from anywhere, it just stuck there. And it was nothing. Yeah, it was stuck there on the whole time, and you cannot notice at this time. Like you are thinking like the file is analyzed, it takes some time, but it takes almost like a 30 to 40 minutes, and it wasn't happen anything. And it was literally like, what is exactly happened. Yeah, so I didn't really know that. So I looked some of the videos on the YouTube, Premiere crashes and everything, but I didn't really get any proper result. So it was like so much. Also I have to shoot. Okay, so I just bit really forget all those things and just focus on my shooting, because I don't want to waste my time. Because editing can be done anytime in a day or night, but shooting can be done at the 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. because this is a slot. And if I am like for the continuity and everything, if I am not doing shooting at that period of time, then it will be completely messed up. Okay, so I have to focus on shooting. So I did shoot. It was not that much actually, is that key, the first dialogue and last moment. Okay, so it's not that much. I complete the shooting almost like an hour for setting up the equipments and everything. Okay, and then after that I was constantly focused on the how should I fix this. I looked so many things on the YouTube, but I didn't really get anything for help me out. So I have a then I have a two solution. First solution is that I need to update my Premiere. Okay, so I go to the file, then help and update Premiere. It's already updated, so it's not that problem on the Premiere. So it's problem on the project file. So then I have another solution. Another solution is that I need to copy all the data, like almost like a 75 GB of data, copy to the hard drive. Okay, Then I switch on my computer, not laptop, computer. I have a computer too, okay, which have a really not so like in laptop have i5 Intel i5. It has almost like a i3, okay, but it has a Premiere Pro 2017. So I need to make sure that 2020 file should open at 2019. So how should I do that? So it's also a bit really complicated. First of all is that I need to copy the data. Okay, 75 GB copy to the hard drive. Then I switch on the computer and then copy that data to the computer. Almost like a 75 GB. It takes almost like a 50 minutes. Okay, so you can consider that. Then after that I need to then there is some sort of process, like you need to download 7-zip. After you 7-zip that file, after you 7-zip, then you can select the project file, right click, extract to 7-zip, and then it's kind of like a bit really process. Then you have to go to notepad, change some of the things like a version and everything, and then you have to back to archive and lots of things, and then you have to open, make this Premiere project file, and then you can open this file. Unfortunately this technique will help me really lot. Okay, I look to the YouTube, yes, and that helped me really lot. Okay, then I open my 2020 version of Premiere file into 2019, 2017. Okay, and it opens smoothly. Yeah, it was really great. Render is also a bit really complicated, but the I think is that the file was a bit really heavy because it has almost like a 75 GB of file. So I think that computer will be crashed. I expected that much, but it wasn't happen anything. The computer well really good. Yeah, and it loads, takes some time, but it loads all the file. Okay, and the playback is not really smooth because of that key. If you are using 2017, then you are getting almost like a software render, not hardware. So yes. Then what I have to do is that key, if that project file is open in 2017, then I have to go to file, project manager, and analyze the order data. And at that time I was so furious. I don't really know is this thing plan or work or not, because file is really heavy and I don't know. But the 2017 model did this work so good. Yeah, it just like he analyzed the all the file, collected data almost like a 25 GB out of 75 GB. So it's really great. Okay, and copy all those data into the different folder with the project, with the clips, with those all those things they are used in the timeline. Okay, so it's really great. Okay, I didn't really went to the cycling too because of that key. If I went to the cycling, then the whole process has to be done with the night, and I don't want to waste the another day, because like I'm thinking is that key I need to edit this clip. Okay, so um, after all those things I copy all those data and hard drive, paste on the laptop, but I didn't really open that file because of that key. My sister has some sort of things to do with the internet, like she have to uh, give the mock test. Okay, and that mock test has to be done on the computer, on the laptop. It cannot be done in the mobile. So I have to give my system to her, and she's kind of like doing some exam test. Okay, so and also from this morning I was continuously working. I didn't really took any break at all, so I was also a bit really tired too. So I just took the break. She was doing some exam, and then I eat it. And after this artifact episode, my plan is that we open this project to the 2020 Premiere, try to and try to edit, try to at least render the file. Okay, because I'm not really sure key render it takes too much time or too much less time. If it take very less time, so it will be really good, then I have to start editing. If it's not, then I have to render. Okay, so if it not render, sorry, if it not edited, so I have to start editing by the tomorrow morning. Okay, So yes, also my target is that ki my total length of the film is 10 minute. Okay, actually it's 11 minute, 10 minute 52 seconds. Okay, so I have to shrink that into the 5 to 8 minute. Okay, try to make sure that the your film is not more than 8 minute. Okay, because I can see it has some sort of potential that you can shrink it, and when you shrink that film, it gives the texture of the film is also literally increased. Okay, because it doesn't have any story, it just have kind of like a conversation between it, just like a one way of communication, like a customer care is talking and recording things, that's it. Okay, so yeah, also yesterday I found that I was expecting too much from my movie. It just like I'm expecting that that film is really great and I will get lots of money after I, like I was thinking too much, yeah. But when I see the realism, real fact, then I then I was suddenly fall on the ground. Yes, because of that, there are so many. I watch some of the film that are those film are nominated in the Bombay Film Festival or Gujarat Film Festival, Goa Film Festival, Bangalore Film Festival, Jaipur Film Festival. Okay, so I watch all those films. Okay, just nominated, not award film, just nominated film. Okay, like a nominated for the award, but they didn't really won. Okay, they just nominated. So I watched some of the films, and then I realized the quality of that film was so incredible. Trust me, it is so much incredible that I cannot compete my movie through movies. Like those people, they did like their cinematography, their writing, their acting, their everything is feels really like a for the cinema, for making those cinema. It's really good. Like so when I compare my film to that to their film, then it was like I just, yeah. Then I decided that I didn't need to I don't want to submit my film into the bigger film festival like Bombay, Jaipur, Kolkata, Delhi, वगैरह. It's not, yeah. I have to submit my film into the local film festival. Local film festival means Nagpur Film Festival, or mostly mostly I'm targeting a Maharashtra region because my film is meant to be for the Marathi people. So I was targeting Nagpur, then Gondia, if Wardha or Satara, Gadchiroli, mostly Vidarbha or Paschim Maharashtra. If I found some of the film festival that don't take any money for the releasing my short film, then I will submit. My main purpose is that I don't want to submit my film uh, out of Maharashtra, like Gujarat or Madhya Pradesh, no, because it's not meant for that. So yes, so yeah, yeah. It's just like sometimes you get the truth about your creativity, but it's kind of like a really good that you are making the film. Okay, and sometimes you just like it's just like a filmmaking is a part of the journey. Yeah, you cannot expect that the one time you make the film and it was kind of like a really amazing and it is not, it's really not. It's just like you are expecting so much from yourself, and then you are look the real fact about you, then you are find out ki you're not really good in all those things. You are always be like always be something like that messed up, and you are always be behind on the competition, and it doesn't feel really great. Yeah, I just also feel really heartbroken after I realized that fact that my movie is not that much good. So yeah, but still I have hopes from this, not this movie. I have hopes from my things, like I will definitely make, because of that, whoever the person who makes those movie, like they have really big setup, lots of crew people came in together, they have some sort of budgets and so many things. Trust me, try to compare. If I try to compare my film with those film with those film, trust me, just like a so much different you can see. Okay, because in my film it's just like everything I have to did by myself, and most of the shooting is done with the smartphone. So it's just like a zero budget, it is nothing I have. So but you cannot compare, is that why? Because of that ki most of the people who submitted their film, they are also a zero budget film, so it's not your kind of like a really positive thing that you can say to the judges like I don't have anything, and I set up some sort of jugaad and everything for this shot, and it's you cannot say something like that. It's really not. Okay, but still you make your film, and film is bit really challenging, yeah, trust me. Just like you can make some of the, I cannot say something like that ki other like a travel videos or everything is bit really easy to make. No, no, but it's just like for me making the film is bit really challenging, editing the film is bit really challenging. Why? Because of that, in documentary style or in any travel videos or any some sort of things, they have a like a foundation. The foundation is that key music. Okay, and mostly with the music you can tell your story, and it's really good. Okay, and it felt really good. It's really amazing, yes. But when you are making the film, so it's bitterly challenging because the whole foundation depend on your script, and also depend on your music too. But music is also depend on the emotions, like the script is um, um, script is elaborating emotions that had some sort of dark, so you have to set almost like a dark tune, dark music you can use in the film. So you need to find out those some of the tunes, and like it is also need to match with those emotions too. Sometimes it just feels really distracting, but it just so on, like you are try and error, lots of things is that. But once time you have to do it. Okay, it's really not, but you have to do it. Okay, yeah. So yes, this is the all those things. Okay, uh from this morning I was constantly doing my work. Okay, and I am so I didn't really say like I am expecting too much from myself, like I will become that particular thing, like failure is a part of the process. Okay, but if doesn't mean that ki you can change your goal perspective and everything according to the failure. No, it's not that. It's a part of the process, like a whatever, like a like like from yesterday, like my film doesn't feel really good when I watch some of the nominated film. Okay, and then I feel that ki, no, it's not that good. Okay, then I feel really failure. So if I feel really failure, so should I drop the stop filmmaking and everything? No, nah, it's just like this is the part of the process. You have to improve day by day, you have to improve film by film and get experience and everything. Okay, so this is a part of the thing. Okay, like you need to expect bigger from yourself. Okay, and start doing something really small. Okay, and try to do it, continue, but you have to think really much bigger. Okay, I know it's not gonna look like some people says that you are expecting too much from yourself, but in the end you know what you want. Okay, and that is the most important thing. Like you need to focus what do you want, and definitely you will get it. Okay, but most important thing is that you need to focus on that thing. You need to be precise what you want, like how you get those things, and just like try to get. Okay, so it's is really important for me. Like I was constantly thinking about the travel film and what should I doing, what is my work, what is my teamwork, what is the each member, what does they do, and what is the planning, everything. I was constantly thinking when my sister was doing something exam on a laptop, so I came to the terrace and just like I was constantly thinking about that. And while thinking I feel really good because I can precisely thinking that what is exactly I need and what is the exactly should be the travel films and everything. So yes, it feels really good. Yeah, yeah, I know it's not real, but it's just like that thing is happened. So yes, it's happened. Wow, 31 minute, 30 minute. So yes, it's not that much talking. Okay. uh, you have to do your work. Okay, also my tomorrow's plan is that ki I have to edit and I have to shrink that film into the almost like a 5 to 7 minute. Okay, so which is really good, so I can submit the film to the Nagpur Film Festival and most of the Maharashtra Film Festival, not the Bombay Film Festival. Bombay is kind of like a really bigger deal. So as also Pune, I also target some of the Punas too. But if those Pune festival asking money, then I am not doing it that. Okay, I just mainly focus on the local film festival, and that's it. Okay. Uh, so many people do so many research like a film festival and everything, but I do understand that my film quality is not that much. Okay, and if I went to the bigger film festival, then nothing I will get more than a rejection. So it's kind of like really worthless of doing those things. Instead of that, you have to focus your next video of the Aga Khan. Okay, and write some of the scripts. Okay, which is meant to be do some research and according to shots and try to do edit and upload it to the YouTube. Okay, I have almost like 3 videos to make Aga Khan, then like that Kerkar Museum, and then what is this? This thing is I don't know. Also, I'm giving the voiceover first time on that 3 video, so I don't know how it good, but let's just find out. Let's just figure it out. My try to sense is that key I need to tell you from the emotions from my hearts and like what I am talking in artifact episode. This is exactly the way I am explaining things for my travel and everything. Okay, after I completing the Pune trip, then I have to make the announcement that I am traveling and everything. Okay, and we'll figure it out. Okay, so this is it. This is the end. This is the my artifact episode number 2335. Right now we are at Wardha, Maharashtra. Thank you.